Hi everyone. I'd like to tell you a story about a little girl called Anne. She's 5 years old. It's 1979. Anne lives with her mum and three sisters. Struggling to feed four girls on her own was difficult for Anne's mum. They'd rely on food parcels from the church, and it would be like Christmas when they arrive. Anne's first day of school was no lunch. She hardly ever did have lunch. And at times she was hungry and would look through rubbish bins for food or things she could buy to sell, things she could sell to buy food. She had a challenging childhood with a bit of rebellion and left home at 15, got a job and for a short time and experienced life on the streets, cold, afraid, alone and feeling lost. Pregnant at 18, married at 19, and was blessed with a son and three daughters. But life had its challenges: postnatal depression, mental illness, financially struggling, and her little family was also going to seek help from food banks. It was 2007 to 2011 when life got really tough. Anne went through a deep depression, admitted to a mental hospital 5 times in 5 years. She nearly died in December 2011 from a suicide attempt. Anne had one of those experiences where she was told, "It's not your time." Just breathing, just living was a difficult task, just being alive, feeling all loss of hope and utter despair, struggling to get simple tasks done, feeling like concrete and paralyzed at times. Anne was living a life as a recluse. Have you guessed who is Anne? You guessed it. Anne is me. Anne is my middle name. Through all the challenges, one of the greatest lessons I've learned growing up is the value of service to others. When you are immersed in helping others, you're also helping yourself. There is a medicine in the work, that and knowing what it's like to lose hope, to know the value in belonging, having a purpose, sharing hope. It's been my wellness plan. We began 8 years ago in the community gardens of Tokoroa during Matariki, coming up with the name Love Soup from a story my friend Jennifer shared with me of her life growing up in India, feeding the people soup shared with love. Love Soup has had a big journey, and in the last year has rescued 261,000 kilos of food. At Love Soup, we're about feeding people, not landfill. Since COVID, we've grown a huge amount. Many people lost their jobs, businesses closed down, living costs on the rise. People needed even more help from organisations like Love Soup. We are rescuing food from more places and more often. We collect and distribute food to shield organisations all around the North Island. If you would like to, I would like to personally invite you to come along to visit one of our 5 soup kitchens operating around Auckland. We welcome all to join and experience what we have to offer. Meals served with love in a warm, friendly environment. We have a dedicated team that regularly go out and feed the homeless around the North Shore. We provide care packages and food for them. We have a food bank in Whangaparoa, and we make over 700 lunches a week for students using rescued food. I'm proud of what we have achieved. It takes a team of dedicated, amazing volunteers to help make it all happen, and collaborations with other organisations. But we could do so much more. We are limited with our infrastructure. With 24 volunteer drivers, we pick up food every day from supermarkets in a variety of rubbish bins and rubbish bags and boxes. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest, and it makes it quite difficult for stores to remember where to put the food, and even more difficult for our volunteers to collect, transport and deliver it. Once we get our food to our warehouse, it's time consuming for our team of volunteers to sort, store, pack and then deliver food. So we desperately need funds to improve how we run our warehouse. This is where you come in. Anything we raise from this campaign will help us buy much needed equipment for our warehouse. We'd like to move to using crates rather than rubbish bags, and will help a lot in how we collect, transport and store food. We need a conveyor belt to help avoid heavy lifting, a platform ladder and some safety equipment. All this might sound very boring, but believe me, it will make a huge difference to Love Soup. It means we could rescue more food and help more people who are doing it tough. Any donations you make will really help us. Cindy, she lost her job through COVID. With rent to pay and children to feed, Love Soup helped her through a difficult time. Cindy never imagined she would be in the position of needing to ask for food parcels. We found a lot of people to experience this also, as we help Cindy and many others. Love Soup also became a food bank because of COVID. The need is there, and today we're giving up to 40 parcels a day going up. By supporting us to buy the much needed warehouse equipment, you're also helping us to reduce food going to waste. And as importantly, you're helping people like Cindy to feed her family a decent meal and hopefully find hope and purpose in their lives. Thank you.
Julie, Anne, you're amazing. Your story is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing it. And thank you for all that amazing work that you do. Hey, tell me, how many paid members of staff do you have at Love Soup?
We have no staff. We hope to soon. Love Soup has over 100 volunteers, giving hundreds and hundreds of hours each week.
Amazing. 100 volunteers all working for free. Incredible. Are you only in that Hibiscus Coast area or all over the place?
No, Love Soup's around Auckland, Bay of Plenty, and the Waikato mainly.
Awesome. And just tell me, what do you love most about Love Soup?
It's about sharing hope and giving people opportunity to serve, having a purpose. Like I said last year, life is worth living when you're helping others.